Welcome to episode 726. Jack Dorsey, co-founder of Twitter and Square. This is an outline of episode 726. There are too many reasons to study Jack Dorsey.
Would you offer to other people who want to create an app or want to get involved in technology and start their own business?
Well, first, never feel like you've made it. You have to constantly innovate. You have to constantly push yourself. You have to constantly raise the bar. I learn something new every single day, and if we stop that, we would just build a small, interesting business, but we want to build something that really speaks to the world. I think the biggest thing to do, the hardest thing to do is start. You have all these ideas, and everyone has an idea, but it's really about executing the idea and building the idea and attracting other people to help you work on the idea. That is the biggest challenge, but the way to begin is to get the idea out of your head, draw it out, talk about it, program it if you're a programmer, or make it if you're building something.
He was born in St. Louis, Missouri in 1976. He started programming when he was 15 years old. In high school, he was a punk. I think he got a ring on his nose. He dropped out of the university twice, first at Missouri University of Science and Technology, and the second time at New York University. How Jack Dorsey co-founded Twitter.
Can you send me any page, please? System of communication that later inspired him to invent Twitter.
They're always talking about where they're going, what they're doing, and where they currently are. And that is where the idea for Twitter came. Was now we all have these cell phones, we had text messaging, and suddenly we could update where I was, what I'm doing, where I'm going, how I feel. And then it would go out to the entire world.
In 2010, he co-founded Square with his childhood friend Jim McKelvey in St. Louis. Square uses this little white device to let small merchants charge credit cards. For more details on Square, please watch episode 708 and episode 709 of this channel. Jack Dorsey, the coronavirus donation king.
It is some good news. Twitter and Square CEO Jack Dorsey is donating $1 billion to fight coronavirus relief efforts. That's 28% of his total wealth. Dorsey said he'll donate the stock that he owns in Square. The money will be distributed through a private company he created called Start Small. Dorsey says once the pandemic is over, the cash will go to relief programs like girls' health, education, and universal basic income, Gail.
The 3 secrets of running $2 billion companies simultaneously.
And there's 3 access points that I pay attention to in particular. Number 1 is the team. We have to bring the best people in, edit the best people in, so we have a good cast of characters, and edit away any negative elements. Just doesn't match. So in some cases we have to ask people to leave, or they leave on their own, but it's always minding that team dynamic, because at the end of the day, we're just a group of people working on one single goal, and if we can't step in a cohesive, coordinated fashion, then we're going to trip all over the place. And that's a messy company, and no one wants to use that. Number 2 is internal and external communication. Internal communication is just the coordination around what we're doing and why we're doing it. And what level, this is where we're going, this is the vision, this is the next 30 days and 3 months and 6 months and a year maybe, the right thing. And the external communication is the product. The product is the story we're telling the world. And we want to put everything through this. We don't want it to be about a person, we want it to be about how people are using it. Number 2 is that internal and external communication. And number 3 is editing the money in the bank story. And this comes in 2 ways. It comes through investment and taking money from investors, either through swiping their credit cards while they're not looking, or through revenue. And fortunately, Square is a company that has revenue from day one, so we can look at constantly building that, and we don't have to worry about much investment. we can focus on that revenue piece.
Now in his early 40s, the handsome Jack Dorsey is a bachelor and a famous womanizer. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave your questions and comments below. My next video will be Jack Dorsey, 10 Lessons. Wishing everyone peace and prosperity.